Hello and welcome to Let's Ride Around Europe, day 13. We are leaving Wattens. It's a little bit outside of Innsbruck, about 30 minutes. The bit getting out of Innsbruck was kind of boring. We're not getting any directions from Google, which is cool. Hello, Google? Do you want to talk to me? No? Yes? Partly not. Okay. I love it when Google does this. But yeah, we're heading today to Ljubljana. Not for any particular reason, but just because it's in the right place, it's sort of in the right direction. This beautiful valley. The inn is over there somewhere. Already locked. Okay. I've had so much trouble getting my visor to lock that I went into a place and it was like, can you take a look at my visor? And they just looped it up and it's been like working perfectly since then. And so much so that I locked it without even realizing. But yeah, the end is over there somewhere, in this beautiful valley. I was wrong last episode. I said it flowed the opposite way to the way that I'm currently traveling. It actually flows the same way as we're currently traveling. It's just that somewhere way up ahead it hangs a left into Germany. That's where I was getting confused. Yeah, look at all this beautiful terrain. Innsbruck is kind of weird. It's one of those things that I don't think comes out on camera very much, but like, you're just in this city and you're surrounded by kilometers tall mountains that are just there looming over you. And they're not like off in the distance. There's some real parallax happening and it's just weird. Like, I grew up in a quote-unquote mountainous area, but that area did not have very tall mountains. They were only like a couple of 100 meters. It's just that the terrain was mountainous, if you know what I mean. And to just like be amongst all of this like tallness, especially with like the sheerness of the slopes. Wow. It's pretty crazy. Innsbruck's okay. Some nice stuff about it. I didn't really enjoy it as much as some of the other cities, but then I found like the old town. The old town's very pretty. I went for a jog and a walk along the inn. It was quite nice. It's very busy after dark as well. It's got a nightlife to it, but it is a very sort of touristy town. Another thing that happened as I got into Innsbruck is my helmet fell off my bike. Now it landed ring first, like the neck ring. It just landed pretty squarely on the neck ring, which is, of all the ways to drop a helmet, probably the least worst. But yeah, dropping helmet's never really good, per se. And the thing is, when it hit the ground, a lot of the force sort of transferred into the cardo, and the cardo popped off and broke the little plastic thing that it clips onto. So I had to go to that shop where I got the helmet moved anyway, because they're a cardo distributor. And like, the bit that I needed would have been in a 50 quid mounting kit, but of course they were like, yeah, we do sell them, but we don't have any in stock. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I can't be not having my Cardo because it's my Bluetooth thing that I yell at Google through, and it plays music when I'm not talking to you guys. And you know, I might get a phone call and I can answer it on that. That's important. But like, I could do without a lot of the things that Cardo does, but not without, ironically enough, being able to listen to Google. As much as I yell at it, there's a reason that I use it. And I was just like, fine, I wouldn't normally do this. I'd just go home and like prime it off of Amazon, but sure, 240 euros for an entirely new Cardo, which includes the mounting kit. Yeah, great. Which means I have a spare Cardo, which I've just upped this morning. It means that if this one starts to die, I can just swap them, which is cool. And hopefully Google's going to start talking to me again, because somewhere up ahead there's a right turn, and I don't know where it is. There might be signs for it. Pill. Some of these towns have interesting names. This whole place is really pretty, I have to say. I know I say this every episode, but it is. It's really pretty. Spar seems to be quite big around here. Painting your buildings seems to be really big around here, which I think is pretty cool. There's a lot of religious iconography though, which is like, okay, so that's your bag. Yeah, Innsbruck was a nice stop. There's a lot more there. Again, like, it's a place I could spend more time, even though I wasn't as interested in Innsbruck as some of the other cities. There's a lot of stuff sort of around Innsbruck that you could be doing. It's really big on hiking, climbing, that kind of thing. It might be interesting to like go and spend like a week there or something and just do stuff. Back to the end again. I do wonder what this river is like when it's up, like in snow melt season. Because it's currently not that. Well, it's a new day, so I guess it's time for our daily reminder. I'm a guest in this town. This is someone else's community, and I like to behave appropriately. I said before, I come from a rural community. People are just trying to live their lives and, you know, walk the dogs and go to the shop and just enjoy their little community. And there's a road right through it, and they don't want you. There we go. They don't want you to be roaring through, making noise and going fast and putting them in danger. It's not okay, and you need to be respectful for these little towns. Wargle. I went to Wargle before. You know, if this was your community, you wouldn't like it. So why should they have to put up with it? Yeah, I went to Wargle before, but I don't think we're going to Wargle this time. I think Wargle is too far ahead. It's a different route. We're going to hang a right and go up along the Ziller. Oh yeah, I'm pronouncing everything wrong. Not deliberately, it's just that, you know, I don't really speak German. And especially not Austro-German. So everything I pronounce will be wrong. But, it's okay. I think I get German right more than I get like French or Italian right, so we're doing okay. Hopefully, I've not missed my turn. Google started talking there a minute ago, and basically the Cardo recognizes it as a different thing to the music, so like me scrolling the volume button wasn't helping until Google was actually making noise. It's kind of a weird system. But I think we should be okay.
In 300 meters, at the roundabout, take the first exit.
First exit. Is that the right turn? Nope. I don't think Google means that one. Wargo is only 32 kilometers away on the 171. I might stop and just query Google. Yeah, quick Google check. And we are, in fact, good. On track to be in the right place. It's just that the turnoff is closer to Wargle than I thought it was.
In 200 meters, at the roundabout, take the second exit.
That's a big spar. I don't think I've ever seen a spar that big. Like, it's a superstore spar. It's just kind of weird to me, you know. Sometimes different places are a bit different. I'm really used to Spar from like Ireland. We have like Spar as a convenience store, and then Eurospar, which is sort of like a local store. You know, kind of like it's not a it's like a small supermarket, right? It's halfway between a convenience store and a big supermarket. But we don't have Interspar, which is what that is. Which is basically like a superstore Spar. It's a motorbike shop. I think next journey, my next trip, I'm going to have to visit Modena. Which is where this bike is made. Partly it's a thing that you can do. You can go to the Energica factory, but I think like it's only in specific days. That'd be fun. It wasn't really viable this time around. Yeah, part of the reason why I'm going this way towards Ljubljana is just because I don't have a whole lot of friends in this area of Europe, at least not ones who could host me. So I stay in hotels anyway. So I'm just like picking places where a hotel might be interesting. Look at this. And I kind of like, I do have friends like done this way. I have friends in Italy, I have friends in Austria. Don't have very many friends at all in the southeast of Germany. You guys all want to go faster, so I guess this must be a faster road. Yeah, I don't have any friends at all in the southeast of Germany, which is something I should correct. It'd be nice to go to like Munich or something sometime. But I don't actually have any friends on this end of Austria either. All my Austrian friends are over the other side. I kind of had two options for staying with Austrian friends, and one of them could host me, but the other one, he's traveling a lot. He just isn't able to. The timing didn't work out. And I had so much time between when my other friends could host me and when he could host me, that or like when my other Austrian friend could host me, or that I couldn't just be like, oh yeah, I'm going to visit for like a week, you know. So I had to fill that time in, and I'm filling it in with hotels. But that's okay, because it gives me more freedom to like go to places where I don't have friends. Yeah, it's kind of where Ljubljana came from. And there are some interesting roads in the way, so that's good. Because I'm not working, obviously, you know, I've done the one-on, one-off thing because I thought I was going to be working. Because I'm not working, this turn's going to be pretty soon. Because I'm not working, I could maybe nip into Croatia, which would be fun. I might even have time to visit Hungary, but I'm not super interested in visiting Hungary. For reasons I'm not really going to get into. But, yeah, I might nip into Croatia on my day off. I'm going to be fighting with Google this whole way. Google has done this before, where it's done the tail off thing and starts talking, and then it just tails off. I'm like, okay, but that's not helpful. Because it'll be like, in 800 meters. And I'm just like, okay, in 800 meters what? I complaining about Google again. This is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, look at these. Damn. They're peaky. These are like dragon's teeth. On a very large scale. Dragon's teeth are a form of like concrete anti-tank barrier. This guy's right up my arse again, even though this is a 70. Video overlocked. Which, you know, it's okay, except that these cars are going significantly below the speed limit. There's also no passing. Cutting right through the mountain instead of going up through the valley. The throat of the valley must be quite narrow if they have to do this. I guess it's probably an old road that does it, and this is more convenient, but like you kind of do need to have local knowledge to find that kind of thing. Yes, traffic light on the side. Oh, they do. Huh. There we go. We are out of the Inn Valley and we're into the Ziller Valley. I'm sure there are more proper names for them, but those are the rivers that define these valleys, so I guess it's what I'll use. I'm not sure if like Zillertal is like the whole of the valley or just like a specific town in the valley. It might be the whole valley. You know what? Let's assume it's the whole valley. Yeah, that guy is just skipping the queue. That is a hell of a queue. I wonder why they have done that. Didn't see anything happening inside the tunnel. It's a narrow gauge railway. It's not somewhere I would expect to see a tram. I wonder if it's like a heritage railway. It could be a heritage railway. There were narrow gauge trams around Innsbruck, but we're quite far outside of Innsbruck at this stage. We are 45 kilometers outside of Innsbruck. That's the local knowledge road. Maybe Ziller isn't the valley, maybe it's just that place. But I think, yeah, you can see the old valley we're heading up, you know? We're gonna end. Well, we're not going to end our episode. We're not going to end our trip. What it was... this leg, I guess. We're going to end this leg in Zell. That's where we're charging. And, partly it takes 2 hours to get there. It's certainly going to take 2 hours of this. But hopefully it's going to free up a little later. The problem is, like, there's so much on the other side of the road that it's not possible to pass these guys. So I basically just have to stick with whatever they're doing. And it's pretty annoying. Restaurant Edelweiss. Bikers Welcome Hotel. The side is moving a little. Could we maybe possibly get a little bit of an overtake? Still like a long queue. There's a long queue and it's a 50 minute. Wow. Well, I thought this would be more interesting. What's about less things to talk about today? It's all long stuff. It's not great. And the problem with long stuff is, like, we're quite well into the episode at this point. A bit, maybe? No. possibly. We've gotten to the end of that enormous queue. Yeah, the queue's all the way up to here. It's huge. It's like 10 kilometers or so. Wow. Yeah, this guy's up for a bit of speed. Speed isn't the goal per se, it's just that it is really annoying to be stuck in like slow moving traffic like that, especially when you can see like what's up ahead. It's like, I want to get there. It's also not very entertaining for you guys. Our episode break is at a place called Ziller, which obviously is a bridge in the Ziller. I'm just not entirely sure how far away it is at this stage. I don't want to launch into a story or something because they're all kind of long stuff. The only short one I've got is one I want to hold for a future episode. Yeah, part of the reason Innsbruck didn't really impress me is just because so much of it is just like normal streets with like little sidewalks, and most of the space is for cars, and there's not a whole lot of like squares or pedestrianised streets and stuff. And it does have some of that, but not nearly as much as Stuttgart. Stuttgart was amazing for that. Frankfurt had a lot of car streets, but it felt like all of the cool stuff was more spread out in Frankfurt. Whereas in Innsbruck, all of the cool stuff is in one place. And if you don't realise that you're in that one place, that you're not in that one place rather, and that it exists, and you can go there, you're just like, God, this is boring, you know? Get this, like, is it purely just for wildlife? Some European countries like to build sort of wildlife tunnels and allow wildlife to cross roads. Basically it improves the continuity of the wild space. It doesn't look like there's anything there. First exit. I have to look up the names of these passes so that I can include them in the video. Look at this. Look at that village over there. Finally actually getting up close to these hills. Over there we're going to be in a valley. I mean, we're already in a valley, but like over there we'll be in the close part of the valley. It's a butte just coming down here. And in fact, I wonder if this butte is like a false thing. Hey, is that? The river's on that side. Damn, did we miss it? I think we missed it. Oh well, long episode I guess. I must have been back there. Yeah, just before those tunnels. Really signed or anything, it wasn't obvious. We'll see. Yeah, I was about to say, I wonder if the butte is false and it just like sticks out into the valley. It's getting a little narrower. My next episode end is like a road. Okay. I should have made better shoutouts for this. Let's talk about something, I guess. If we've missed it, we may as well talk about something. So let's talk about a Woodiverse. A Woodiverse is a project that I've done a bunch of work on. It's a personal one. One of my earlier videos, kind of the first of the soapbox videos, was kind of based off of that. Thoughts of edit and delete. So Woodiverse was like a social media service that I wanted to build. Kind of a lot like Twitter because I like Twitter. I hate Twitter as a service. I like Twitter as an app. I think that's probably a common feeling amongst those of us who use it. And I wanted to make something that was like Twitter, but had some different features. It was a little less obnoxious as a user. And I put a lot of sort of effort into it, but ultimately I'm one person, especially like the front end stuff is just not my forte. Okay, front end stuff is just not my forte. Oh, okay, wow, that's actually the end of the second. Whoa, I really missed that. This is where this episode ends. we'll keep going for a little bit. I'll finish up. Yeah, I'm just kind of one guy, and it kind of fell by the wayside for a long time because I'm just too stressed to work in it. Get straight. And I started up a little bit recently, but kind of co-host happened. A lot of the stuff that I'd be talking about for Winiverse, co-host is doing. And it kind of left me figuring, like, what's the point in working in a Winiverse if co-host exists? I don't think co-host has really gone anywhere. So, you know, neither would a Winiverse. So I kind of refocused it on different aspects, like more community stuff, but then, yeah. I still have the same problem with one guy, and I don't even know if there's any point in working in social media stuff. That's kind of where a Winiverse is these days. And with that, I'm going to end the episode, because this looks like a lot of fun. So, you know, if you've got anything to say, comment section down below. Whoa, switchbacks. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a like. Watch some of my other, look at all that, similar videos. If you enjoy them, generally speaking, you know, consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell. And if you'd like to reward me for entertaining you today, you can find my coffee link in the description below. Bye-bye.